Hi everybody, this is Julia. Welcome to the Stitchergurl podcast. Today's episode is going to be all about my week 1 of StitchMaynia. So from May the 1st all the way to May the 10th. So we're going to see some new starts, we're going to see a finish, we're going to see whips, and there'll be some haul in there as well. So this is going to be just probably a hot mess because I haven't, the thing with StitchMaynia is you do a project and then one day and you put it away, and I haven't really looked at them in a while, so I'm hoping my memory kicks in. But yeah, so this is going to be fun. So if you ever have questions about anything I'm talking about here, please, you can either ask them below or you can come and find me on Instagram at stitchergurlca. The girl is G-U-R-L. And I'll have my email address below too. That is stitchergurlca@yahoo.ca. The girl is G-I-R-L there though. Yeah, long story. So I hope you've all been enjoying the month of May. 2020 still feels like the longest year ever, and we're only in the 5th month. I'm good. Everything is good at work. Family is good. Cats are full of beans. So everybody's just rocking here. So this year for Maynia, I was going to do new starts on my days off from work, because when I start a new project, I like to spend a good 5 to 8 hours on something when it's brand new. So I really get my feet wet and I have a good chunk started. So when I come back to it, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, so I'm not one of these people just to do like, oh, I got 20 stitches in today on my new start. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to spend, I'll stay up all night and stitch to get that good chunk. So day 1 was a new start. And this is a pattern called Light. I'll put pictures in as I go. The pattern Light by Barbara Anna Designs. This was a free pattern as part of the Be Well and Stitch movement. That's hashtag Be Well and Stitch. So if you're looking for that pattern, if you go to Instagram, type in the hashtag Be Well and Stitch, it will come up in that feed. So the fabric that I'm using, this is also something I'm doing a stitch along with my stitching bestie Maggie, and she's in Toronto and I'm in Moncton. So a little stitch along across the miles. So the fabric that I'm using is a Picture This Plus. It's my first time using a Picture This Plus linen and I like it. It is 32 count. And the color is Dwarf. And I am doing 2/2. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm going to put it closer so you can have a good look. Now, yeah, I think the color's showing pretty good. Now, there's also a Sal Fox in a Dress, hashtag Fox in a Dress, Sal. Now, when I started this on the Friday, I got as far as like the head and some of those berries and leaves and the key and so forth. And I came back on Sunday, which is my free choice day in Maynia, to stitch on whatever I want to. And I really wanted to get the snout, if that's what you call it. I wanted to get the snout done of the fox. So I had a face when I came back to it. I did, I'm not sure the gender of this fox, and it doesn't matter, but because if it is a fox in drag, well, they do need eyelashes. So I gave him, her, he, she, whatever. I gave it some eyelashes because I thought, you know what? You need eyelashes to go with your dress. So I did that. I did change out a couple of the colors because when you look at the picture, it's actually a rendering of the design. It's not an actual stitched piece. If you look closely at the picture, you can tell that. But there were these gray blues for the leaves, and but the called fors were gray blues, and if you looked at the picture, they looked more like green blues. So I changed out, and I did I put in some greens to this green here because I didn't think the gray blues were going to show up that well on, yeah, this is my half-ass attempt at looking like Nicole. Oh yeah, Julie, you're getting so good at this. So yeah, so I really wanted I was concerned because of the color of the fabric that the gray blue floss wouldn't show. So I went more with the blue-green, and I'm happy with that. I think you can see. Yeah, I like that. So that was a good start. I'm not counting stitches, so that was fun. And I'm doing something with my bestie, so that's cool. So day 2, Saturday, that's another new start because it was a day off for me. And this is one of the Hands Across the Sea, the little gems. This is Sarah, or Zara, however you want to pronounce it, Spencer. And I think I watched Nicola released one of her daily YouTubes and talked about this new release, and I think the next day, like, I bought it. I just like, it's one of the PDF downloads. You can't get a hard copy of this chart, and if I understand correctly, the little gems will only be available for so long. So get them while they're hot. It's 10 British pounds, 17 Canadian. It's all good. So I'll put up a picture. Now, one of the things I loved about this design was the honeysuckle border. Very, very nice border. And so I'm using the called fors. Oh, I don't have them on a floss string. But I'm using the called fors. I think I changed out one. And I'll get back to you on that at some point. But it was one of the pinky coral, ready coral colors. I thought it was flat compared to the other colors. They were bright, and this one seemed a little flat next to them. So I changed it out for something that had a little more, that seemed brighter. Now, I'm doing this on antique white. Not my first choice because I know what I'm like, and you know, Hot Mess Express, so I'm very concerned I'm going to get this fabric dirty. So I've been trying to be very careful. So I'm just so excited. I don't know what to say anymore. So let's see. So DMC floss, Spygard, antique white linen, and of course, 40 count. Very exciting, y'all. Very exciting. So I got the vine done. So this is as far as it goes across, and I did the one going down. And then I got some of those honeysuckles in, and I got a birdie done. Now, in general, I'm not very keen on yellow, especially bright canary Big Bird yellows. Those aren't my colors, but it doesn't seem to be as in my face when I'm stitching with it. When I hold the skein in my hand, I'm like, ooh. But when on here, it looks fantabulous. And I love this honeysuckle border. Isn't it divine? It's divine. 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 So I'm really enjoying that. And I miss it because I only spent like one day on it. And it's, you know, I want to get back to this. And I know it's my Maynia and I can do what I want to. But I'm trying to follow my plan. Not always easy. Anyways, look at my project bags. These are Ziploc bags. I got these at the dollar store. They got the Nutcracker Suite. And they're just the perfect size, and they're like an envelope bottom, so I can put quite a bit in here. And so these have been my fast and dirty project bags for Maynia, and they're working quite well. See this one, it's got Christmas ornaments on it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, so that was Sarah Spencer. I love her. So that's a PDF only, okay? So Sunday was a free choice day all throughout Maynia, and I showed you I went back and worked on Light by Barbara Anna Designs because I wanted to get the fox's face completed. Now Monday was May the 4th, and I don't know how old you are, but for me, it's May the 4th be with you day. So I had to do something Star Wars related, right? Like, come on. Come on. And I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything. So this meant this was going to be another new start. But I found the cutest pattern on Good Morning Maui. They have an Etsy shop. And it's Yoda. And I was able to start and finish it all in the same day. So exciting. I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up. I need a tissue. Oh my. Oh my, so exciting. It was so exciting to finish something. So this is done on my 32 count. This is a tea coffee dyed fabric. It was a Zweigart base. I did this back in the fall after watching, like, was it Chelsea and Priscilla? And I said, I can do that. So I did. And here's Yoda. I'm telling you, this is super cute. This is super cute. Super cute. Look at that Yoda. Oh my God. Look at Yoda. Look at him. Look at him. Isn't he precious? He is the cutest. And I think she has an Ewok. And I'm all about the Ewoks. I know some people, like, are not into the Ewoks. I don't understand. But I'm into Ewoks. So I'd love to do a little Ewok. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing with Yoda. But he is the cutest thing. And I had so much fun stitching him, and he's probably I'll probably make him like a little ornament or something and just hang him on the tree. Doesn't matter if he's Christmassy or not. He's just super cute, and that was so much fun. So that was a PDF download from Good Morning Maui. So that was a hoot, and that was just a floss toss. That was just using my stash right there. So that was a lot of fun. May the 5th, Tuesday. Now, this was a whip. This was a whip. This was the Aussie Friends benefit chart for Australia and the wildfires that SassyJacks put out. It was designed by Allie Dudley. and you had to stitch the piece by a certain time and post your picture of the finished piece, and then they were going to send a donation. I don't know how many people have stitched these. I don't even know what the total donation was. If anybody knows that information, I would love to know. SassyJacks is a shop in, is it North Carolina? South Carolina. North Carolina. They are often a sponsor of Fiber Talk with Gary and Vanna. Everybody knows SassyJacks. So, Aussie Friends. This was just a floss toss fabric I found in my stash. And it's so cute because it's got the squirrel, which is the mascot logo for SassyJacks. And then, of course, a koala bear, which is synonymous. The iconic koala bear of Australia. So, yeah. I might have thrown some tea or coffee on here, too. I can't remember. But, yeah, so that was fun. So, that's done. So, that's going to be a cute little something or other. And it's neat. It was a neat idea, a neat concept of having people actually stitch the pieces. And then based on that, that's how they would make their donation. Instead of selling a PDF and using the funds. It was a different way of doing it. So that was kind of cool. And, but it's a nice reminder not only of SassyJacks, which is a smart marketing tool, but it's also a nice reminder of all the Aussie stitchers out there and the great floss tubes that come from Australia and Tasmania. So that was awesome. So, May the 6th was another whip. Little Urn of Horrors. This is a Lindy Stitches. This was a freebie that came out last fall. And I have posted this on my Instagram. This is a fun piece. I did get a little bit done on it. Not as much as I had hoped to. But still, I'm happy with it. This again is on my tea-dyed, coffee-dyed linen. Seymour's head is, the green is 1/1, but I think everything else is 2/2. All the other threads are 2/2. This is just a floss toss again. There's some over-dyed cottons. Yeah, and I even put the, whatever that new DMC sparkly stuff is it D12? I put that for the teeth. I'm sure you can't tell. I counted wrong, so the teeth are not perfect. And I even gave this guy or girl eyelashes because, well, maybe, no, they had eyelashes, but you need eyelashes. Sometimes you need eyelashes. Anyway, so that's a fun piece, so I hope to get back to that soon. I'd like to kind of finish it this month, but you know, it'll happen. I don't know. Do you think that would be a nice stand-up? I've never made a stand-up. And I know Vanna Pfeiffer has a great tutorial. Twisted Stitcher. We'll see. That seems a little complicated for me right now, but it could happen. So that was May the 6th. So this was a feel-good first week, let me tell you. I've started some new things that I wanted to do, and I've had 2 finishes. So this was an awesome week. And then, like, Thursday was a new start day because it was a day off. And this pattern, I'm telling you, a lot of people really love this based on the reaction to my Instagram feed. This is another Barbara Anna design because, you know, you are supposed to stitch all the Barbara Anna designs. You are. You are. It's just like Blackbird, guys. Come on. Stitch all the Barbaranas. Now this is Sadie Woods. Sadie Woods. It's primitive, folksy, and the color palette is more well, it's a different color palette for Barbarana, right? We're used to seeing bright colors. If you think of the fox, that was all bright colors, and some of her other designs are very bright, punchy colors. And this one is more primitive for sure, the color palette. That moth is fun. Couple of lambs. I think there's a little doggy there, but you know that'll become a cat. Fun. Now, I changed out one of the colors here because in the picture, it looks like a blue-gray to me. And the actual color was very gray. It was very gray. So I switched that out to let's just get it all here. Let me see. Yeah, I switched it out to DMC 927. I thought that would give me the blue I was going for, that blue-gray color. So here we go, folks. Stand back. Stand back. Don't get too close to the screen because you're going to lose it. I haven't done that much, but still. Now this is on 36 count. This is a raw Zweigart, and I'm just doing one thread over two. And as you can see here, I've got that DMC in there, that 926 that I wanted to do, and it just gives it a little more color. And there's these golds and browns. There's this winter white, a nice, I think that's 3371, the DMC, and a rusty color, and another taupey something or other. Anyways, so I'm telling you, I really miss her. I want to get back to her. But no, Maynia. I made plans for Maynia. Anyways, it's all good, guys. It's all good. It's all fun. And yes, I know there's some watching this going like, oh my God, another start. She did another start. I think my mother's saying that actually. But it's all right. It's all right. What else do you do in quarantine? I'm telling you. Okay, so that was awesome. That was fun. And woo! Okay, so on May the 8th, this is where I stopped looking at my calendar. And I got cocky and I thought it was Mary Clayton Day. But it was actually my my Quakers in Scotland mystery sale that I'm doing by Tempting Tangles. There's a Facebook page, and so I didn't work on it because I worked the Mary Clayton, and that's fine because I want to get Mary Clayton finished this month, so that's okay. But I need to get back to that. I do have another slot in the month because every 2 weeks a new part is coming out, and I want to keep up with that sale. Otherwise, it's going to get left to languish, and it'll get lost in the chaos of my dining room table. If you saw my dining room table right now, you would judge me. You would judge me. That's okay. Dining room table is not to eat at. It's to stitch at. It has a purpose. Is there anybody else out there who uses their dining room table to stitch at? I mean, I stitch, craft, so I do everything at the dining room table. And yes, I can hear my mother saying, but Julie, you have a whole room for all that stuff. I know, it's not organized. we're in a quarantine pandemic right now. Thank you very much. So, so what happened was I ended up working on Mary Clayton. So I worked on Mary Clayton on that Friday. And then Saturday, I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. I don't know what happened. And I slept a lot that day and I still felt terrible. So I did no stitching that day. So then on Sunday was my free choice day. And so I did go back and spend some time on Mary Clayton. I have since worked on Mary Clayton because today is, what is today's date? Oh, it's May the 16th. I actually did work on, I have worked on Mary Clayton since last Sunday. But, okay, let's see. How am I going to show this? So this is the Hands Across the Sea. This is a chart I got back. Somebody enabled me. Sharon Bruce, maybe. You know who you are, and I know who you are. So this is Mary Clayton. A lot of people have been stitching this. This one is so cute, and I've been doing my own color conversion because that's what Julia does. I'm using all Gentle Arts threads, and I've just been making it up as I go. Well, no, I haven't. I did plan this out before I started. I got all the way across here at the top. I've been filling in the house and that urn with the blue bottom. All that is new. Maybe Clayton is new too. I can't remember. But she's getting there. I've been filling in that burgundy and the green under the house and that brown. Ugh. The filling in part, that is a bit of a, you know, I was supposed to go to a retreat and that was going to be my stitching at retreat, but then I got canceled. So this is a 32 count R&R. It's called Celebration, and I'm sure it's a discontinued color. Here we go. In here. And that is a cat. I changed that up for a cat because I can. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. So I really want to get that finished this month because, you know, the girls got plans. I got stitching plans. I have some Blackbird stuff on order because I follow the law. Anyways, so that was Mary Clayton. So that was very exciting. Now, some things that came in the mail. I had some Gentle Arts that came in the mail, and I can't show them to you because they're here, there, everywhere. Because I've been using them in different things. As soon as they come, I lay them out, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, yes, yes, yes. And then I forget what's the new ones and the ones I've had. And you know what I'm saying? So one exciting thing that came in the mail was it was a market release, and this is the one that I wanted, one of the things I wanted. And this was Teresa Koget's Newcastle bouquet. I love this design. I don't know about the border. The border feels heavy to me, so I might just do the middle section with the birds and the moth and the flowers. But that's a stunning piece. Also, I got in the mail, now I got an order from Chelsea Buns, cross stitch, is that? I'll put her name in the below or in here somewhere, but I ordered some of these jiggers, and they're jiggers because, you know, these are the things that you fold up your fabric, you put them around, and you clamp on your, yeah, they've got names. I don't know, but these are hot pink, and they're just fabulous. So I got some of those. I got some of the thread conditioner. It's called Thread Gloss. So fine. So it's made with beeswax, and there is some coconut oil in here. And I've already been using it to condition my thread. I've been doing that specifically on my 40 count pieces because it takes a long time to go through a little piece of thread on 40 count, guys. I'm telling you. So I've been using that, and then I got a spring hoop. She got in these spring hoops, and I like spring hoops. This is an 8-inch one, and I find you can get good tension on your fabric. I do have other hoops, like wooden hoops, and I do have Q-snaps, but sometimes I find the Q-snaps hard because they are square or rectangle, and I like a round hoop. So I have a smaller one that I like to use when I first start a piece because of the margins and everything. You know, you don't have a lot of fabric. So as I work my way across the piece, then I'll bring out the bigger one, and then I have a nice area, and it gets the fabric really nice and taut, I find. And sometimes you gotta like fiddle with it a little bit to get it the way you want, but I enjoy it, and it's good for, I've been using this for my 40 count projects, and it helps to, you know, 40 count, when you're holding it in your hand, you're like, oh my God, but when you get it in a hoop and it's pulled a bit, the holes do show up. So I'm not having any problems stitching on 40 count because I'm a 40 count diva. And I don't always use magnification either. I know, I'm blessed. What can I tell you? I am blessed. But I think when I first start, if I haven't been working on it in a while and I first start, I get out the magnifier and I get going with the magnifier. Then after a while, I'll put the magnifier to the side and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see what I'm doing. So it's all good. So I think this is Chelsea Buns cross stitch. She's an online seller, and I believe she's out of Ottawa, Ontario. So that was great. And I got the pattern, the Teresa Kogut, that came from Traditional Stitches in Calgary. And I've been keeping my own local needlework shop very busy because you can in Moncton. Been keeping them busy. And I've just put in another order with my girl Shelly at Creative Quarters in BC, Vernon, BC. And folks, there's no shipping when you order charts from Shelly. So that's kind of a cool little gift from a seller. So thank you. Thank you to all the hardworking vendors, sellers, merchants, brick and mortar shops out there who've been keeping us stocked with supplies over this quarantine phase. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed my first week of StitchMaynia. And I'll be back again in a few days with another recap of week 2 of Maynia. And if you're looking for a nice compilation of Maynia videos, you can go to Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She created a playlist, and it's all about StitchMaynia plans and what people are doing. And it's really cool because this might introduce you to other floss tubers you don't know about. And there's so many of them. And every day I go on YouTube, there's like another floss tuber. So the industry of cross stitch is thriving. Thriving. It's really a booming industry right now. And I'm blessed to be a part of it. And I'm blessed to get to know so many of you out there. So feel free to drop a line, say hi. Let me know what you're doing for StitchMaynia. Let me doing what you are not doing for StitchMaynia. Like you're not doing it at all. You're like, hashtag StitchMaynia 2020 or hashtag StitchMaynia Maynia. Don't forget hashtag, not hashtag. It's at stitchergurlca on Instagram. GURL. Oh dear, words are hard. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week. Keep stitching, keep safe, be well, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.